Mendy knows exactly what he's doing, doesn't he?
I'll tell you what, if you think that, because basically what you're trying to say to me is he didn't really touch him. Are you telling me that a goalkeeper is going to gamble on a little flick as opposed to getting straight up and getting after the rebound?
No, I completely understand what Mendy's done there.
Well, that's why he doesn't, because he hits him in the shoulder.
And he knows
it's not a little tickle.
He knows what he can get away with.
It's not a little tickle, Dan.
But even if it was a little tickle, he's still staying down, isn't he?
Well, according to you, you're saying he's going to gamble and just lie down and hold his shoulder.
Because it's worked.
No.
OK, all right. Don, did the referee get it right?
No, he didn't. It wasn't a foul. No. I think where I felt sorry for the referee, Dan, I was commentating on the game today, and where I felt sorry for the referee is when he went to the screen, and I said it in comms, I went, I hope he gets the different speeds. I hope he gets it in real time, and I hope he gets it in slow motion. Unfortunately for the referee, he got about 4 or 5 angles of it, or replays of it, but they were all in slow motion. I mean, that's not a foul. Mendy was never getting back in anyway. And the last time I played the game, the last time I watched the game, this is still a contact sport. When you have contact with someone on a football pitch, it doesn't mean that it has to be a foul. I thought it was incredibly harsh.
So, Don, you go for a challenge. You and I go for a challenge.
I didn't go for a challenge.
Hold on. You and I go for a challenge. I get there before you, and you kick me.
Yeah.
That's not a foul, because it's a contact sport.
He didn't go for a challenge. In my eyes, Stevie, he wasn't going for a challenge. He was trying to run towards the ball, but the ball was a mile away in front of him, and then he's got the option of trying to hurdle Mendy. But you could see, actually, when Jared Bowen has taken his stride, when you see it very early on, he's off balance, like ridiculously off balance.
So he can't be that far over. If he's that far away from the challenge, how does he not get over the top of Mendy? If
because he was off balance. When you see it again, Stevie, Jared Bowen's off balance. He's nearly falling down. He stays on his feet, and it's just an accidental coming together.
Frank Leboeuf.
Welcome to the conversation. Well, that's simply as it is. The rule number 1, when the goalkeeper is in action, you don't even allowed to touch him. So it's not about kicking or not kicking him. You cannot touch him, especially on that action. Bowen touched him, so it's a foul. That's as simple as that, you know. Even if it's a Premier League, it's not. Even if it's a contact sport, even if it's a Premier League, you're not allowed to touch a goalkeeper when he's in action. That's rule number 1. So it's a foul. That's it. Yes, you can presume that Mendy clearly saw the other player and say, well, I would never get the ball, so I stay down. But it doesn't really matter. You know, we have to be a little bit impartial, even if we play for some clubs. And I'm not trying to defend Chelsea. I would have said the opposite if I thought it was a real something wrong from the referee. I think he had to go and stick to the rule. You cannot touch a goalkeeper when he's in action. That's as simple as that. So it's a foul.
Don?
I don't know where Frank's got that law from. I mean, has Frank just made that law up? You can't touch a goalkeeper in action?
No, you cannot. Check that out. Check that out. You cannot. You know, everywhere in the world, when you jump and push the goalkeeper when he's trying to get the ball, only in the Premier League, I saw that because referee decided that it was allowed, but it's not allowed. When it's in action, you have to protect a goalkeeper. It's always been like that.
Dan, do you know Thomas Tuchel got asked the question, and Thomas Tuchel was referring to West Ham's first goal, and he even said that was a foul. I mean, there was no foul whatsoever. Mendy got clattered by one of the defenders on the line, and Thomas Tuchel's trying to say that one should have been chalked off as well.
Frank, overall, did Chelsea deserve the win?
Of course not. It's where I'm impartial. I think that was an awful game. I know I love the guys and I love the club, but I have to say, guys, when I watch you, I'm bored. There is nothing. There is no inspiration whatsoever. You don't try anything. You go around and around. You have 80% of the position of the ball for the first half, maybe, I think, for nothing. So, no, you don't deserve to win. You did. Well done. 3 points. But keep on playing like that and you won't get anything. I mean, I saw the game, Sevilla against Barcelona. Koundé giving the ball to Lewandowski, a long ball, you know, and the guy tried to go behind the defense and score the goal. Only Chilwell did that the last 5 minutes, and it was a goal. There is no change of pace. There is no work from the front line where when somebody has the ball in his foot, or in his feet, sorry, the other one has the ball in the space behind the defense. It's the same runs, same boring and slow motion runs. Nothing happens. So they keep the ball, they keep the ball, they keep the ball, they keep the ball until they have a chance to score. But it's not football. It doesn't work like that. It's like I only see my former club playing like that. I don't see much about the game. I don't see something happening. I don't see vertical game. I see horizontal, around, you play handball. That's the only thing you do. So of course not, you don't deserve to win that game. You did win, perfect for the scoreline and for the rank. But otherwise, for the future, I'm very concerned.
What's wrong with them, Don?
Frank's nailed it. I mean, he played 2 false nines today. He played Raheem Sterling and Christian Pulisic as 2 false nines. And whenever Chelsea got the ball wide, I mean, Reece James is a brilliant player. And every time they went forward, I thought their dangerous situations were going to come from Cucurella down the left-hand side, Reece James down the right. And once they worked good balls into wide areas, you could see Cucurella thinking, I'm not going to put it in the box because Thilo Kehrer is just going to eat any crosses that I put in. Same on the other side with Reece James. He's thinking, well, I can't put any crosses in the box neither. It's a waste of time because the defenders there, they're too big. Kurt Zouma, another one. So in the end, Frank's right. What they end up doing, Dan, is they end up coming back, playing boring football, sideways football. And my problem with Thomas Tuchel at the moment is it worries me that he couldn't get a tune out of a £100 million striker in Romelu Lukaku, yet he ships him back to Inter on loan. Then he goes for Aubameyang, just thinking the name and Aubameyang's going to solve all the problems. If Chelsea keep playing slow, predictable football, Aubameyang is going to be in exactly the same scenario that Lukaku was. He ain't going to get any chances neither. So it was only when he made changes and he brought Breuer on, who was more physical, and then Kai Havertz, more physical, they started putting crosses in the box, overloading West Ham. West Ham couldn't cope with the pressure, and that's how they got their win. But before the 2 substitutes were made, my word, Dan, they were so predictable and slow and pedestrian.
Pedestrian's the word, isn't it?
Yeah, he just picked the wrong team. He picked the wrong team. Don't say it there. When your 2 front men are Sterling and Pulisic, who don't like being centre forwards, and your 2, particularly one of them, and Reece James is your weapon, whipping balls in, but you don't play anybody who even looks like a centre forward. Why don't you play Brozier? Because you've struggled so far this season, and it's staring you in the face that you need somebody up front. Play Brozier. You're just giving him a new contract.
Right.
Play him. Get him some time on the field. Then you can start using the quality you have with Cucurella on one side and James on the other. He just got his starting line-up absolutely wrong. Now,
Dan,
he made up for it.
Dan,
with
if I can add...
The substitutions completely changed the game.
Yeah.
And they got away with it.
Frank?
Yeah, sorry, if I can add something. You know what we love the Premier League? Because we love the rhythm of the Premier League. We love, according to Don, the crazy contact of it as well. But we love the craziness of it. We're going to talk about Everton, Liverpool. I enjoyed that game, and we're going to talk it after. But what we love is the rhythm, the craziness, that sometimes, the courage that the player they have to take on another player, to believe that they can do something impossible. It's why we love that game. It's why we love the Premier League, because everything is possible and you can try. But if you don't try, well, you become predictable and you do nothing and you achieve nothing. That's what I see right now. Players not trying. Therefore, nothing happening.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.